Well, I just gotta say, the hardest part about fixing older vehicles is fixing other people's fixes. I mean, that's a half-inch thick. The guy making a cake? Who fixed dents by drilling quarter-inch holes? I mean, look at this. Man, this is ridiculous. Hello, YouTube. It's Jerry Riggins Custom Automotive, by the way. Back in the shop today, I'm going to start up on a project that I decided I wasn't going to do, but now I decided that I am going to do, because replacing them is going to be a bigger hassle than fixing. So today we are doing fenders on our 1979 C70. Actually, it's a GMC, that'd be a c6000, which is right there. When I got these fenders, they looked like they were straight, but the body line on the fender was missing. And you see, once I got all the paint off of it, somebody was pulling some dents out, welding holes in it. It's wavier than the ocean. Tried to replace that lip on there. Wasn't working out. If you look on the passenger side one, you can see here, I was supposed to have a little bit of a lip right here, but they hammered the entire lip out and drilled holes to pull all the dents out, but man, it's rough. And this all through. But, you know, being a 1979, replacement parts are getting harder to get. And these medium duty trucks aren't like the regular square bodies. You can't just buy aftermarket parts. You gotta fix what you got or find good ones. And it's like $500 just to get a set of these shipped to me, not counting the price of the fenders themselves. So we're gonna get this fixed up, and we'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Hey YouTube, Jerry Riggins Custom Automotive. Got a little trick I learned that I want to share with you. If you need to add to a body line, add a lip on a fender, or something like I've got done here, EVA foam. Regular Bondo does not stick to EVA foam. It just comes right off, see? It's actually reusable. So you can get your body lines where you need it and then sand it to shape. And then you can do other cool stuff with it, like cut patterns out of it, maybe a skull, Bondo to your fender, and then make it look like it's stamped in the metal. I was able to get this lip back on the fender, which I still got to slope it into the fender, but it looks like it did factory. You can do cool stuff like logos, lettering, anything. Just cut out the EVA foam, Bondo it, pull the foam off, sand it smooth. It looks like it's stamped in the metal. Alright YouTube, working on the 79 C60 today. You see I got the grill all finished up from the 79 C10. The custom headlights and
that was a big pain in the butt, getting the headlights moved and all the measurements and stuff. But the turning signals, these have them big square turning signals that stick out the side. And we're going to convert them to these vertical tail lights, just like the 79 pickups, because we're trying to make this thing as much like a pickup as we can. We've got the dually box on here. But what we're trying to do here is, these are where the brackets, where the big square turning signals were mounted on. And we're going to get these metal and we're going to try to French this in, as you can see. Gonna have to cut that out. But get this all Frenched in where you can't even tell. I got the other side done already here. Cut out anyway. And that's what it'll look like. Get it all welded in, smoothed out, bonded up. Won't even be able to tell. That's what I'm talking about. A couple more of these big Chevy trucks. You can see they got these big square turning signals that stick out, and it just looks too much like semi, not enough like pickup. I got it all Frenched in. I forgot to film it when I just tacked in the metal, but put some Bondo glass on there, fiberglass in there. Gives it that little bit of extra strength, keep it from flexing or cracking in the future. Get that all sanded down, and maybe I'll go ahead and put the turning signal in there and show you guys what it's going to look like. Alright, there's a turning signal. That's what it's going to look like. It's got that vertical side light like the 79 C10s had. Once we get that Bondo all sanded smooth, everything primered, I think it'll look factory. People won't even be able to tell that it wasn't there originally, which is what we're going for with this pickup, is we want people to think everything's factory, but in fact everything's modified. We're gonna patch this little section. You can see there's a lot of damage, compound curves. Supposed to be a body line right here that's been ground off. Got some stuff down here. I don't know what this is. And you see there's a lot of thin spots, a lot of stuff. We're gonna get it going here and see what we can do. Now what I've done here isn't pretty, but I used little tiny tack welds over and over and over to strengthen the edge of the metal that's really, really thin. So you put any heat to it, it just dissolves like sugar. So we're gonna grind this smooth and fill in any other gaps. Well, we got all the holes filled. It's a step in the right direction. Now we just gotta keep on shaping the metal, get it as good as we can. The minimum amount of Bondo work we have to do, the better. Looks a little better. Got these holes filled. Got these holes filled. Let's see, you got this hole filled. It's gonna be a lip put back on the end here, on the edge. So I'm not worried about cleaning it up. Actually, the rougher that is, the better that lip's gonna hold. So we got this other hole here that was filled. So we got the basic shapes down. Now we just got to do the body work and see how she looks finished. Put a layer of Bondo glass on here. This Bondo with fiberglass mesh or shredded fiberglass in it. Give it a little extra strength. It won't crack. I got it on pretty thin. I spread it out pretty good. It's thick enough that it won't crack, but easy to smooth out. And once we get this all sanded smooth, We'll put a coat of regular Bondo on here, and then we'll start on the lip. Alright, we got the base for the new lip on here. We got the rest of it sanded pretty smooth. Like I said, this is all the base. We're going to come back in here with this regular Bondo and smooth this all out. This is going to have a little bit of a slope on it to make it blend a little bit better. Here's the other fender that I had already had fixed. You can see I did the same thing to this one, and it'll be blended so it'll look like a factory stamped body line. The top coat. Once we get this feathered in, fill in all these little pits and stuff from the fiberglass. We get this all feathered in, so it'll look like a brand new fender.
Well, I was running out of time in the shop, so I didn't get to show where we put the Bondo on there and feathered it all smooth, but I got it painted with some high build primer to get all the waviness out of the factory stamp metal, the bare metal. And we'll put a couple more layers on here and keep sanding it smooth. But as you can see, the lip and everything looks stamped, looks factory, which is what we were going for. Looks like a brand new fender. We'll keep sanding and getting it smooth and get her painted up.